This is Steve Jobs, Apple's visionary, known for his impact on innovation and creativity, and for amassing quite a bit of wealth in his relatively short life. While opinions about him are deeply divided, Jobs undeniably reshaped technology in our everyday lives. In this video, I'll dive into some of his most profound lessons on achieving financial success and finding true fulfillment. Stay tuned because these insights might completely change the way you think about your money and your life. Number 1, don't do it for the money. When people think of Steve Jobs, they usually think of two things, and that's Apple and money. By age 25, Jobs is worth over 100 million and an estimated 10 billion at his death. This makes this first lesson a bit surprising. Despite this fortune, Jobs promised to himself early on that he wouldn't let the money ruin his life. His favorite things in life were free, noting the most precious resource is time. In a 1995 interview, Jobs was asked, "What's it like to get rich?" His response was simple. It wasn't that important because I never did it for the money. His goal with Apple wasn't to amass wealth. It was to build products that could change the world. Products that would improve how people live, work, and interact with technology. Impact was far more important for him than income. Now let's be honest, the likelihood of me or you starting something like Apple is extremely slim. But that doesn't mean we can't keep the same mindset as we go through our own lives. In fact, making money is often a byproduct of providing value and bringing something positive to the world. In the spirit of Jobs, if you're an entrepreneur, instead of just chasing profits, try building something great for humanity. And if you're working a 9-to-5 job, try to align with the core mission of your company. Hopefully, beyond making money, the actual purpose of your job is to improve the lives of others in some way. To wrap up this first lesson, here's one of Jobs' most profound quotes. "Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me." Now, this next idea builds on the foundation of Steve Jobs' view on money. I think deep down, everybody is actually striving for this. Number 2, do what you love. Jobs recognized that work will fill a large portion of our lives. On average, about 1/3 of the time we have on planet Earth. He also believed that the only way to true satisfaction was by doing great work, which was only possible by doing what you love. In his case, this was building technology and innovating. In his words, life is brief and then you die. We've all chosen to do this with our lives, so it better be good, it better be worth it. In his 2005 commencement speech at Stanford University, Jobs famously said, "You've got to find what you love."
So the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love.
Now, doing what you love in life is easier said than done. I'm sure there's countless people watching this that have a job they dislike. You have to stick with it though, because maybe you have bills, you have credit card debt, you have to raise a family, and I fully get that. The key here is finding balance. You can find more time for passion projects outside the office, or look for ways to inject your passion into your current job as you build towards a more positive future. Even if you dislike your job, try to look at the positives, like maybe you're just good at your craft. I didn't enjoy every minute of my early finance jobs, but being the go-to person for Microsoft Excel problems added a little bit of satisfaction every single day. Also, outside of work, maybe it's time to build something for yourself. Start a side hustle or business around something you genuinely love. Instead of jumping on trends like dropshipping, you could create a YouTube channel around fashion or sports or whatever you're into. Again, on a personal note, this is what drove me to start up this YouTube channel and also to create my graphic design freelancing business, as I really just needed an outlet from my 9-to-5 job to use my creative skills and hopefully add some value to the world. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, this next lesson often gets overlooked in the daily grind, but it's something that you can't afford to miss. Number 3, keep a long-term vision. Jobs once said, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance." He often focused on how critical patience was and how you should focus on the big picture rather than quick wins. Very rarely do people reach real success overnight. And if they do, it's often fleeting, it's here today and gone tomorrow. Even years after Jobs' death, his long-term vision continues to live on as his legacy. I live in a city and every day I go outside and see people using his products. Now, if this is a net positive for society is probably up for debate, but he has enhanced the lives of people through technology. But you don't have to be an entrepreneur to adopt this mindset. When it comes to personal finance, having a long-term vision is often a key to success. Everyday millionaires generally focus on building wealth slowly. They don't look at get-rich-quick schemes. For instance, they probably have long-term investing for retirement with relatively safe assets. Additionally, they usually save money instead of buying unnecessary material items. They live below their means. This true financial freedom often takes time and is the result of disciplined habits around budgeting, saving, and investing wisely for the long term. That said, a long-term vision probably won't get you to where you want to be without this next key ingredient. Number 4, ask why. Instead of simply sticking to a routine every day, Jobs believed in stripping away distractions and asking the simple but powerful question, why? Why not take risks? Why can't this design be simpler? Why should you click the first link in the description? By the way, that's to take our free finance assessment. Only takes a couple minutes and can really help you see where you stand with your money. In our own lives, asking this question can be critical. For example, why am I buying this leads to smarter budgeting. Why do I want financial freedom helps you clarify if you're after material things like supercars and mansions, or if you just want to have more time to spend with family and be able to work on your own terms. If you're willing to ask why and reflect on your life decisions, you can focus in on what really matters. For Apple, this short question helped build groundbreaking products. For us, it can lead to smarter decisions around life and money. Number 5, think different and be innovative. Apple was built on the principle of thinking differently. And one of the best examples of this was the award-winning advertising campaign called Think Different, which positioned Apple as a company that challenged the status quo. Visuals for this iconic marketing strategy included some well-known thinkers like Einstein and Gandhi, who all changed the world by thinking outside the box. Jobs often emphasized thinking differently. He believed this mindset was the key to innovation in technology, but it's also something we can apply to our own financial decisions. Even one of the core values of this YouTube channel is that creativity is the key to unlock financial freedom. Thinking creatively about your money can open opportunities that many people miss. Whether it's learning to leverage tools like HYSAs, credit cards, or finding unique ways to build wealth, thinking differently about your finances can lead to major improvements. This last lesson is by far the deepest. It goes beyond simply pursuing wealth. Number 6, surround yourself with greatness. Jobs believe that great people want to work with the best they can find, ideally people who are even more skilled than them. This was seen as essential for personal and professional growth. One clear example of this is his partnership with Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak. At the time of meeting, Wozniak was the only person Jobs had ever met who knew more about computers and electronics than he did. This didn't make him shy away though, it was more so motivating, and it opened his mind up to many more opportunities. Jobs recognized this early on, and by partnering together, they changed the world with Apple. As mentioned though, this lesson goes far beyond money and entrepreneurship. It can apply to all of us personally. In life, we should surround ourselves with people that lift us up and challenge us to be the best versions of ourselves. And this is whether it's family, friends, coworkers, etc. Spending time with the right people can make our life journeys that much more enjoyable. Thanks for watching. I hope these lessons from Steve Jobs resonated with you and inspired you to think a little bit differently about your life and your money. Also, make sure to watch this video next.